Mist drifts lazily over the quiet fields of Georgia as sunlight warms the rolling pastures. The air is calm, the kind of calm that feels untouched by the noise of the world. Horses graze near an old wooden fence, and a gentle breeze moves through the tall grass. It looks like the kind of place owned by a lifelong farmer, until you learn the land belongs to Nas. Yes, the same Nas who rose from the raw streets of Queensbridge. This peaceful farm stands in sharp contrast to the struggle, ambition, and fire that shaped him. And to understand how he ended up here, you have to return to where his journey truly began. Nasir bin Olu Dara Jones entered the world on September 14, 1973, in the heart of Queensbridge, a place where concrete stories rise higher than the buildings themselves. His father, Olu Dara, filled their home with the sounds of jazz, horns, rhythm, and soul, while his mother, Fanny Ann Jones, worked long hours as a postal employee to keep the family steady. Music and resilience surrounded him, but so did the harsh realities of project life: sirens, hustlers, and the daily struggle that shaped every kid on the block. School never held his attention the way the streets did. At just 13, Nas walked away from formal education, choosing instead to learn from the world around him. He became a street scholar, absorbing lessons from life, culture, and the rhythms that later shaped his voice. Nas's path into hip-hop truly opened when his older brother, Jabari Jungle Jones, pulled him into the underground world of Queens rap battles. These weren't casual neighborhood games. They were raw, competitive arenas where lyrical skill decided your respect. Watching Jungle and other local MCs sparked something in Nas. He began shaping his own rhymes, crafting gritty poetic stories pulled straight from the streets he walked every day. His verses carried a sharpness and depth that made him stand out long before he touched a studio mic. The breakthrough came in 1991 when he delivered a show-stopping verse on Main Source's Live at the Barbecue. His performance was bold, inventive, and impossible to ignore. That single verse sent shockwaves through the industry and signaled that a new lyrical force had arrived, one the hip-hop world couldn't afford to overlook. In 1994, Nas released Illmatic, a project that instantly redefined what lyrical mastery sounded like in hip-hop. The album wasn't just praised, it was studied, celebrated, and hailed as one of the most important rap debuts in history. Its raw storytelling and unmatched authenticity pushed Nas into global recognition almost overnight. But the late 90s brought their share of challenges. Record label pressures, shifting trends in hip-hop, and the industry's growing commercial focus forced Nas to adapt while fighting to protect his artistic identity. During this period, a heated rivalry with Jay-Z erupted, capturing the attention of the entire rap world. Nas responded with Ether, a legendary diss track that didn't just reignite his career, it cemented his status as one of the greatest lyricists to ever touch a microphone. As Nas matured in his career, he shifted from being just a rap icon to becoming a sharp, forward-thinking businessman. He recognized early that the future of wealth wasn't only in music, so he began exploring opportunities outside the studio. Nas ventured into the tech world long before it became a trend, making early investments in companies like Ring, Coinbase, and several promising startups. These weren't random choices. He studied the market, trusted innovative founders, and backed ideas he believed could reshape industries. Over time, these investments grew into major successes, proving Nas had an eye for business just as sharp as his talent for storytelling. By the 2010s, he had built a strong financial foundation that extended far beyond album sales. His entrepreneurial moves became the backbone of a growing millionaire empire, showing the world that Nas wasn't just surviving, he was building legacy-level wealth. Nestled in the quiet landscapes of Decatur, Georgia, Nas's southern-style farm feels like a world far removed from the noise of fame. The property blends rustic charm with artistic flair, creating a space that mirrors both his creativity and his need for peace. Inside, the home features warm textures, earthy tones, and carefully chosen decor that reflects his love for art and culture. Outside, the land opens into stables, flourishing gardens, and a serene private pond where the water sits still beneath the trees. This farm functions as more than just a retreat. It's a personal sanctuary where Nas can reset, think, and reconnect with himself. Whether walking through the gardens or simply sitting by the pond, he finds a sense of balance and inspiration here. For Nas, this southern escape is not just a home, but a place where creativity, wellness, and reflection naturally come to life. Nas's 10-acre Calabasas estate represents the polished urban side of his success, a sharp contrast to his quiet Georgia farm. The mansion stands tall with soaring ceilings and expansive, customized interiors that mix modern elegance with his signature artistic taste. Every detail feels intentional, from the rich materials to the curated decor. Tucked inside is a refined wine cellar, offering the perfect space for hosting or unwinding after long studio sessions. Step outside and the luxury continues: a full outdoor barbecue setup, a resort-style grotto pool, and rooftop views stretching across the hills of Calabasas. The master suite elevates comfort even further, featuring a spa-like bathroom, private lounge space, and direct access to high-end amenities. Add in a personal gym, a sauna, and an impressive 8-car garage, and the estate becomes a complete lifestyle experience, urban luxury at its finest. Nas's lifestyle today reflects decades of smart moves and disciplined financial strategy. His collection of signature vehicles showcases both taste and history, riding in a sleek Escalade, cruising in his iconic purple BMW M3, or preserving the rare 1988 AMG 190e that represents his love for classic engineering. But his true wealth comes from far more than cars. Nas consistently made sharp business decisions that paid off in major ways. He secured equity in Ring long before it became a household name, earning a massive payout when the company was sold. He also took control of his masters, ensuring long-term revenue from his music. Touring, endorsements, and appearances added steady income, while Queensbridge Venture Partners allowed him to invest in some of the fastest-growing startups in tech. By 2025, these strategic choices helped push his net worth well beyond $80 million, solidifying him as both an artist and a powerful businessman. Nas has used his success to make a meaningful impact beyond music. In 2010, he pledged all royalties from distant relatives to support charities across Africa, funding initiatives like schools, healthcare, and sustainable farming. Closer to home, he champions urban youth through nonprofit music programs, giving young artists access to production, songwriting, and business education they might never otherwise receive. His influence even reached academia when Harvard University established the Nasir Jones Hip Hop Fellowship, supporting scholars and artists studying the cultural and political significance of hip-hop. True to his style, Nas's philanthropy is intentional and quiet, driven by purpose rather than publicity, reflecting the same thoughtfulness and authenticity that define his music and life. Nas's personal life has been filled with both joy and struggle. He became a father young, raising his daughter Destiny and later his son Knight, while navigating high-profile relationships with Carmen and Khalees. Challenges extended beyond family. He faced serious legal battles, including IRS debts and a tense incident in Angola, but each obstacle only strengthened his resilience. Through it all, Nas has balanced the demands of fame with his personal values, proving that success isn't just about wealth or accolades. His story reminds us that the greatest achievement is living life on your own terms. If you enjoyed this journey, like, comment, and subscribe.